Well, good morning and welcome once again to our coffee morning. I'm going to talk this morning about communicating. Now, for many people, the process of communicating with one another is just a normal and natural part of life, and do it in all its forms with a breezy confidence that leaves the rest of us astounded at the apparent ease of it all. Whilst the everyday exchange we have with others through the medium of speech should be simple and easy for us all, this is not always the case. Even when speaking face-to-face, one-to-one, we enhance our speech with eye contact and gesture and inflection. Some are better than others at this, and there are often obstacles like regional accents and intergenerational idiosyncrasies that can catch us out in misunderstanding. Now, we can usually sort these things out quite easily when we are face-to-face because of facial expression and which signals confusion. Now, this isn't so easy when on the telephone, and this is where the art comes in. We consciously use different strategies for making our meanings clear, like speaking more slowly and clearly, because those visual clues are not available to us. We may even modify our accents. But now we have a more difficult challenge because of the limitations heaped upon us by pandemic restrictions, such as social distancing and face masks. Face-to-face conversations with strangers are a rarer occurrence. So this is when we find out how well we can type with our thumbs. Arthritic fingers and fat thumbs are the equivalent of mumbling, rendering written conversation incoherent. So we take ages to reply to a message that would take seconds face-to-face. More formally, emails could be an answer. That is, if you've got plenty of time and keyboard skills. Then, of course, the good old telephone, which I have found the younger generations, that is, anyone under 50, seems to find passé. It's still probably the best option for rambling, chatty chats and tricky negotiations. Now we have the added boon of Skype and FaceTime and Zoom. On the face of it, these would seem to be the answer because, well, as far as I know, you can't catch COVID on Zoom. The other thing that you can't catch is what people are saying if you are a bit deaf. The problems here are twofold. Firstly, it's hard to see a person's face if the light source is behind them. And secondly, the microphones in mobiles are not really up to the job from more than a few inches away. Now, we're getting better at using these devices, and anyway, we'll soon be back face-to-face again, won't we? Will we? We have this wonderful desire to communicate with each other and are prepared to go to great expense and trouble to overcome the difficulties of time and distance to fulfill it. The technical and cultural developments over the generations, from cave paintings and ancient texts. Remember, the scriptures of the Old Testament that we read today may have been printed last week, but it was written thousands of years ago. We have communicated using drums and smoke signals down to the telegraph and the most up-to-date electronic devices. It is still our responsibility to make it as easy as possible for others to understand us. After all, the most eloquent sermon delivered in a language that the congregation didn't speak, or at a volume too low to be easily heard, would render it pointless to them. And it is just as important for us to communication is to tell others if we can't understand or hear them. That the art of communication is just that, a skill and a talent that we all have and enjoy the more by practicing it. So why not practice now? And for a coffee morning, friend. Have a good week, keep well and stay safe.